What up, Space Fam? Goes in here for AnimeUproar, back at it again with another How Strong Is video. Thousands voted on our Instagram at AnimeUproar, and the results weren't even close. This time we are heating things up with the brilliant star of the upcoming Demon Slayer movie, the Flame Pillar, Kyojuro Rengoku. He is definitely one of the manliest characters in Demon Slayer and one of my favorites. I said I'd get started on this one as soon as the Giyu video got over 4,000 likes, and it blew past that in the first day. So let's make it a bit harder this time around. As soon as this video hits 5,000 likes, that's right, 5,000, I'll get started on the next one ASAP. And as usual, you can vote for what the next video will be via Instagram stories, link in the description and in the pinned comment below. Make sure to follow us at AnimeUproar because we have votes like these on a regular basis. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell because you won't know when a new video comes out if you don't. There will be manga spoilers in this video. We have to look at all of the relevant evidence to determine how strong Rengoku is after all. Now, without further ado, let's jump into it. Kyojuro Rengoku, with his glorious flaming lion looking hair, is the son of Shinjuro Rengoku, the former Flame Pillar. So he definitely has some talent in his genes, but this is also matched with some of the hardest work you'll see. His father has a completely different view on things though than Kyojuro does. The father is envious that he and his son do not possess the original and strongest breath, the breath of the sun. He views all other breaths, including the breath of the flames, as inferior. This inferiority complex, along with the death of his wife, led him to view things as pointless. As he tells Kyojuro when he becomes a pillar, "We won't ever become great people anyways, both you and me," end quote. Imagine that. Imagine working so hard to accomplish something, and instead of your dad being proud of you, he tells you that all of your effort is pointless and that you'll never be great. This is what Kyojuro was dealing with, and he was mentally strong enough to not get discouraged by his father's negativity. In fact, he tells his little brother that his father said it was all pointless, but he ensures his brother that his passion won't die because of that. The flames in his heart will never disappear, he will never be disheartened. And he tells his little brother that he has an older brother who believes in him no matter what and encourages him to do his best. It almost brings me to tears how awesome this guy is. So yes, it's arguably true that Kyojuro had a limit to how strong he could get, and that limit was below the first Breath of the Sun user and strongest Demon Slayer in history, Yoriichi. But that doesn't mean he couldn't do his best to get as strong as possible. Rather than focusing on what he couldn't change, Rengoku focused on becoming as strong as he possibly could, and he became pretty dang strong. By the time the Demon Train arc rolls around, Rengoku has reached an extremely impressive level of power. Compared to Tanjiro and his friends at the time, he's in a completely different ballpark. While he's sleeping on the train, a kid enters his dream and tries to find and destroy his spiritual core, which lies in the unconsciousness area. The idea is that people are in the center of their dreams, and at the edge of the dream is the unconsciousness area. The child immediately notices that Rengoku has one weird unconsciousness area. She starts sweating profusely because it's so hot there. It's the first time the child ever saw a red spiritual core. According to the girl, Rengoku has a brittle core, like glass, that should be easy to destroy. But before she can destroy it, Rengoku's real body moves and takes the girl by the neck. Under normal circumstances, people can move their bodies when they fall under the techniques of a sleep demon. But Rengoku is clearly not a normal case. Rengoku's instinct is so sharp that he has sensed the presence of the girl even though she didn't give off a thirst for blood. In fact, Rengoku could kill the girl, but he doesn't because he has no reason to kill humans. Because the girl is suffering in the real world, she can't move in the dream, so the two stay in a deadlock for a while. Eventually, Rengoku does wake up and he's ashamed that as a pillar, he fell under the demon's technique. But he doesn't dwell on this and quickly gets to work. The demon train is made up of 8 cars with passengers in them. Rengoku tells Tanjiro that he will protect 5 on his own, while Zenitsu and Nezuko together protect the other 3. Rengoku gives himself the most difficult task, and sends Tanjiro and Inosuke to kill the lower moon, probably since they could not manage the 5 cars by themselves. What I'm about to say should not be taken too literally or seriously, but it's fun to consider. Rengoku currently seems to be worth over 3 Zenitsus at least in this situation, since Zenitsu can cover roughly 1.5 cars by himself, and Rengoku can cover at least 5 by himself. He's so quick that Tanjiro is shocked when he witnesses his speed. Tanjiro can't even see Rengoku because he's moving so fast. Tanjiro also can't help but be impressed by how quickly Rengoku grasped the situation and came up with the best strategy possible. When Lower Moon 1 Enmu is dying, he can't help but blame Rengoku and the strength of the pillars. Despite the fact that the demon took 200 people as hostages, Rengoku was quick enough to save every person in his 5 cars. Despite the fact that Rengoku arguably had the most impossible job, he seems completely fine when the battle is over. It doesn't even look like he broke a sweat. It leads me to believe that he could have handled much more, but he wanted the others to get some valuable experience. After the battle with Enmu, Rengoku sees Tanjiro and he can see through him. This appears to be the see-through world that Tanjiro later gains access to. Rengoku is able to tell exactly what's happening in Tanjiro's body and is able to guide him through everything calmly. When Rengoku notices that Tanjiro succeeded in stopping his blood, he gives him more encouragement. He says, and I quote, "You can definitely get stronger compared to how you were the day before." A truly awesome quote that we should all live by. We really get to see what Rengoku's got when Upper Moon 3 Akaza unexpectedly shows up. Akaza can see Rengoku's strength just by looking at him. He immediately knows he's a Hashira, aka a pillar. According to Akaza, Rengoku developed his fighting spirit to the edge of perfection. Akaza says that Rengoku's power will never truly reach perfection because he's human. As a result, Akaza wants him to become a demon so he can surpass that human limit. Akaza says that if he becomes a demon, he can train for hundreds of years and keep getting stronger. However, Rengoku argues that there's more to life than strength. He says, and I quote, "Growing old and dying is what gives meaning and beauty to the fleeting span of a human life. It's precisely because we age and die that our lives have value and nobility. Strength is not a word that means much in regards to the flesh." End quote. Those are some truly profound gems of wisdom from Rengoku. Akaza is frustrated though precisely because Rengoku is so strong. He says that Rengoku worked so hard to build such magnificent talent that it's a shame to let it wither away. He decides that he'll kill Rengoku while he's young and strong. When Rengoku decides to close the distance between him and Akaza, Akaza calls Rengoku's speed amazing. Then he comments on his wonderful sword technique. Tanjiro and Inosuke would do nothing but get in the way if they got involved at this point. Inosuke even says, and I quote, "There's no opening. I can't get in. I can't keep up with their movements. It's like they're in another dimension. I feel it. If I get too close, there's only death. I know that if I go in to help, I'll only get in the way." End quote. Keep in mind that Inosuke has amazing animal-like instincts, and so this is especially accurate since it's coming from him. Despite their Spider Family adventure, their recent training, and their fight against Lower Moon 1, they're still nowhere close to Rengoku's level. Rengoku manages to get a wonderful cut, to use Akaza's words, on the Upper Moon. However, since he's one of the most powerful demons in existence, he regenerates pretty quickly. Rengoku's wounds are different though. Since he's human, his left eye, broken ribs, and internal bleeding won't heal so easily. Akaza explains that those serious wounds would be nothing but scratches to a demon, and he would heal in the blink of an eye from them. So what is Akaza saying here? Well, he's suggesting that Rengoku and him would arguably be able to fight on equal terms if they were both demons. Perhaps Rengoku would even be able to overwhelm him, but since he's not, he can't. Akaza says that no matter how hard they struggle, humans cannot defeat demons. Remember that quote because we will be coming back to it later. Rengoku, despite his injuries, is undaunted. He says, and I quote, "I will fulfill my duty. I won't let anyone here die." End quote. Thus, that would be a victory for Rengoku if he succeeds in protecting everyone present. Akaza is surprised at Rengoku's fighting spirit. Even with serious wounds, Rengoku is full of determination and spiritual fortitude. His stance has no weakness. Again, Akaza insists that he should become a demon so they could fight each other forever. Then Rengoku rushes in with an attack, and Akaza uses his move, Destructive Death Annihilation type, to counterattack. When the smoke clears, we see that Akaza's arm penetrated straight through Rengoku's body. Does Rengoku give up because he got this mortal wound? Not a chance. He remembers that his mother called him one of the chosen strong ones. She taught him that as a strong person, he has a duty to help people weaker than him. In the flashback, his dying mother tells him that she won't live long, but she's happy that she gave birth to such a strong and kind child like Rengoku. We then cut back to Rengoku as he cuts into Akaza's neck. Akaza can't believe that Rengoku still has enough power to swing a sword. As Rengoku thinks to himself that the honor was his to have been the child of such a great mother, he continues to push his sword into Akaza's neck. Akaza tries to punch Rengoku, but Rengoku stops his arm with his left hand. Akaza is once again surprised. He can't believe that Rengoku was able to stop his fist. He calls Rengoku's power unbelievable. The flame pillar is able to muster this much power even though his guts have been pierced by Akaza's fist. Akaza notices that dawn is coming. He needs to hurry, but he can't move his arm. Rengoku won't let him go. I don't think I need to point out how unbelievably impressive it is that Rengoku has the strength to keep hold of Akaza's arms against his will. Rengoku gets about halfway through Akaza's neck with his sword. The sun is just about out, so it seems like Rengoku is going to defeat Akaza. However, Akaza, not being able to free himself through any other means, rips his own arms off, so that he can run away and survive. Sure, Akaza survives and Rengoku dies, eventually, but Akaza is the one that ran away. Furthermore, Rengoku succeeded in protecting everyone there from Akaza, so in a way, a human did manage to beat the demon here, or at the very least, it was not a clear win for the demon. After all, Akaza ran away before Rengoku was dead. He ran while Rengoku was still trying to fight. Sure, you can argue that Akaza won the war, although that depends on how far into the story you look, but it seems like Rengoku definitely won this battle. As Tanjiro points out, Akaza is a coward who runs away, even though demon slayers are always brave enough to fight demons on their own turf, i.e. in the nighttime. According to Tanjiro, Rengoku is stronger, much stronger than Akaza because he saw the fight through to the end and protected everyone. Tanjiro says the defeat is Akaza's and the victory belongs to Rengoku. Rengoku smiles at this. Even though he's dying, he decides to focus on helping Tanjiro. He tells him to visit House Rengoku, where he might be able to learn more about the dance of the fire god. Tanjiro asks him if there's any way for Rengoku to stop the bleeding, and he says no. He matter-of-factly says that he is going to die soon. Then, he just keeps talking. His final thoughts are for others. He asks Tanjiro to tell his little brother, Senjuro, to follow his heart, and his dad to take care of himself. Finally, he tells Tanjiro that he believes in his little sister and considers her to be a member of the Demon Slayer Corps. He tells them all to stand tall and be proud. He says, and I quote, "No matter how weak or unworthy you feel, keep your heart burning, grit your teeth, and move forward. If you just curl up in a ball and hide, time will pass you by. It won't stop for you while you wallow in grief." End quote. He tells them not to worry about his death, that it is normal for a pillar to protect his juniors, and that he believes in them. He sees his mother, who tells Rengoku that he fulfilled his duty and used his gifts splendidly, and he dies with a big smile on his face. After his death, Zenitsu reveals that Rengoku used a bunch of techniques when the train went off the tracks in order to minimize the damage to the train cars. He did that on top of everything else. When the Sound Pillar hears the news of Rengoku's death, he thinks that even Rengoku lost to an upper moon, suggesting that he is strong even among the pillars. The Snake Pillar straight up can't believe he lost, which further illustrates how highly people viewed him. It is normal for upper moons who live for centuries to kill pillars. When the Mist Pillar Muichiro later beats Upper Moon 5, we are told that this is an unnatural situation. So the fact that someone can't believe that Rengoku lost to Upper Moon 3 means that he had to be extremely strong even among pillars. When a much stronger Tanjiro and Giyu fight Akaza again later, Akaza remarks that he's glad Rengoku died that day. He says, and I quote, "He might not have been able to grow any stronger because his worthless values made him want to stay human." End quote. So, it is strongly suggested by Akaza that Rengoku reached his peak of power as a human. This is debatable, of course, especially since his Demon Slayer mark hadn't manifested yet, but regardless, let's compare what we know about Rengoku to the peak of Giyu's power. In the Giyu video, I said I would compare the two in this video, and I can do that because they both fought the same opponent. So let's take a look at how Giyu fared when compared to Rengoku for a moment. Akaza is interested in Giyu's technique, Dead Calm, aka Lull, because he's never seen it before. Giyu also manages to cut Akaza's arms off while he's fighting Tanjiro, but they quickly reconnect. He calls Giyu's sword technique developed and wonderful, and he asks for Giyu's name. Then he sends Giyu blasting off like Team Rocket with a kick, something he did not manage to do with Rengoku. The fact that Akaza managed to do this while he was balancing fighting Giyu and Tanjiro definitely suggests that Rengoku was more powerful than this Giyu. However, this version of Giyu quickly gets a power upgrade in the form of a Demon Slayer mark. as he says, senses that were closed off to him awoke because he finally has an opponent strong enough to push him to the limit. So how would this upgraded Giyu fare when compared to Rengoku? Giyu's speed increases, but Akaza quickly adapts to his speed. The fact is that Akaza compliments Giyu much less overall than he complimented Rengoku, and he doesn't obsessively ask Giyu to become a demon, something he seems to like doing with strong opponents. Furthermore, Giyu remarks how he can barely cut Akaza, and how, when he does cut Akaza, it's too shallow. Keep in mind, Giyu also has a strong Tanjiro helping him during the fight, while Rengoku had no help and arguably still managed to do better than Giyu. Akaza punches Giyu's sword, breaking it. It then seems like he is about to kill him before Tanjiro comes to the rescue with his new OP non-self state and cuts off Akaza's arm. Giyu even admits that Tanjiro saved him. Then Akaza uses a move that Tanjiro can dodge, but Giyu cannot, and his dead calm ability doesn't work against it either. What's more, Akaza never used the move that gave Rengoku a mortal wound against Giyu and Tanjiro. Rather, he used it on himself in an attempt to kill himself after he regains his human memories. Thus, to me, all of this suggests that Rengoku with no mark was stronger than Giyu with a Demon Slayer mark. Rengoku had no help and he was able to put up a better fight. Yes, he had the help of the sun coming up, which helped freak out Akaza, but even if we take that into account, he still did impressively well. Akaza never broke his sword by punching it, and he couldn't just finish him off as he was about to do with Giyu. Akaza truly struggled with Rengoku, and the truth is, he did not really struggle with Giyu, despite the fact that Giyu had Tanjiro's help. Tanjiro is the one who arguably reached a power stronger than Rengoku's for a brief period of time. He couldn't maintain it for long, but while he was in that non-self state, he was able to cut off Akaza's head, even after warning him that he was coming. Akaza was looking at him, he knew he was coming, and he still couldn't stop Tanjiro's attack. So it's not like Tanjiro just got a lucky hit because he had no fighting spirit. He was also too fast for Akaza to dodge and strong enough to cut through his tough neck in one go, something Giyu and Rengoku couldn't do. Therefore, I would put non-self state Tanjiro above Rengoku in strength. But it is important to keep in mind that Rengoku didn't have a Demon Slayer mark yet, so there's no telling how much that would have boosted his power. Kyomei is acknowledged to be the strongest pillar, so he has to be stronger than Rengoku was when he died. But as far as the rest go, I'd say Rengoku was close to second, along with Muichiro and Sanemi. The trouble is that we never get to see him fight with a mark, and because of that, we can't comfortably put him above marked Muichiro and marked Sanemi. Still though, I would no doubt put him in the top half of the pillars. It is made clear that even among pillars, he was extremely strong. What he accomplished against Akaza without a mark was nothing short of miraculous. However, as Akaza pointed out, he probably was close to his limit as a human, while people like Tanjiro, arguably a Breath of the Sun user, still have a long way to go. Rengoku's father might have been right that the Breath of the Flame users can't get as strong as the Breath of the Sun users. Some people are more talented than others. Even so, that doesn't mean that Rengoku should have given up. Rengoku strived to live up to his own full potential. According to Akaza, he got ridiculously close to that, and in the process, he ended up becoming one of the strongest pillars. Because he didn't give up and committed to doing his best, he was able to save Tanjiro, who is arguably more talented but was weaker at the time due to his lack of experience. Thus, it's thanks to Rengoku that Tanjiro lived long enough to eventually surpass his strength. Rengoku's efforts weren't a waste. He saved Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Nezuko, and they will no doubt be instrumental for eventually defeating Muzan. Rengoku's legacy lives on as long as the people he saved and influenced do. And that is it for this video. I am blown away by how awesome Rengoku is. Yeah, he's strong, but more importantly, his character is absolutely amazing. He's such a great guy and he died in the most manly way possible. I seriously believe that Rengoku will continue to inspire me for the rest of my life. That is how much this firebender impressed me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button to let me know. Remember, if we can get 5,000 likes, I'll get started on the next How Strong Is video ASAP. As usual, you can vote for what the next video will be via Instagram stories, link in the description and in the pinned comment below. Make sure you are following us at AnimeUproar because we have these votes on a regular basis. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell because you won't know when the next video comes out if you don't. A big thank you goes to our patrons over on Patreon who help make videos like this one possible. I especially want to thank our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, Angel Cruz, Steelers, Poet Pablo, Atropos Wraith, $50 Beat, Ekarat GN, Anatoly Kazatsky, DJ Nathaniel, and Alpha Dio. And are the 1 tier patrons, the ones who stay on top, all clans, Steven Ingrata, Alola Natem, Matty Mac 239, Makoto Kun, and ya boy Seth. If you enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also join the YouTube channel and support more content that way if you prefer. No matter what way you choose to support us, you'll get the same great benefits. Thanks again for everything, and until next time, see you, Space Cowboys.